Everyone, it's lovely to meet with you all today to discuss Starbucks and the current problem we're facing, and we hope to get some feedback regarding our recommendation. First and foremost, I'd like to introduce the team. To start off, my name is Marissa Valadez, and I'm the CEO of Starbucks. My favorite drink is a vanilla latte.
Hi, I'm Matthew Dixon. I'm the COO of Starbucks, and my favorite drink is a caramel macchiato.
Hi, my name is Ichu Chen, and I'm the CPO of Starbucks, and my favorite drink is iced mocha frappuccino.
Hi, my name is Caroline Clark. I am the CMO of Starbucks, and my favorite drink is a hot chocolate.
Hi, my name is Andy Clayman. I'm the CCO of Starbucks, and my favorite drink is an iced white chocolate mocha.
Hi, my name is Ananya Dhanapati, and I'm the CTO of Starbucks, and my favorite drink is a cafe mocha.
Hi, everyone. My name is Neha Dubey, and I'm the CFO of Starbucks, and my go-to order is a cappuccino. I'm going to hand it back over to our CEO, Marissa, to discuss the agenda.
All right, moving into our agenda, we're first going to start with a brief history of the company, move into the current problem that we're facing, discuss strategy, the finances, and of course, end with our implementation plan. Right off the bat, our recommendation is $50 million allocated towards improving service speed, customer experience, R&D, and our rewards program. To begin with the history of our success, in the early 1990s, Starbucks found themselves in an incredible position poised for success. We focused the entire company and product on customer service and bringing something new to the US. After the past CEO, Howard Schultz, had the opportunity to go on a business trip to Milan, he realized that there was a true cultural importance and rich tradition behind coffee, and it had this ability to cultivate community and memorable experiences. With this idea in mind, Starbucks took a new direction and became a European-style coffee house that not only offered incredible coffee, but also emulated a similar European-esque ambiance that kept customers in the store while simultaneously allowing them to create deep relationships with the baristas and fellow customers. This idea was called live coffee, and it is still a fundamental part of our value proposition to this day. With the implementation of this new aesthetic, Starbucks was met with a surge of popularity that enabled the chain to raise millions with our first IPO, which ultimately put us in the position to continue developing our popular beverages and stores. Live coffee, otherwise known as Starbucks' mantra, meant that national coffee culture was something to be kept alive and to make coffee a part of everyday life for Americans through creating this special experience around it. This was partly ensured through offering the highest quality coffee in the world. High quality coffee was made possible through extremely tight control over our supply chain in order to ensure quality ingredients for an incredible product. With beans sourced from Africa, Central and South America, and Asian Pacific regions, Starbucks grew and produced their beans from regions known for their high quality to ensure a sense of consistency and integrity. Additionally, Starbucks made sure to forge lasting relationships with the growers in all of these regions to purchase the best beans. Starbucks also oversaw the exact roasting processes to make custom blends such as our single origin coffees. Lastly, it controlled the distribution process, strategically placing stores in high traffic, high visibility areas, such as retail centers, office buildings, university campuses, and grocery stores. All these places reaching customers where they work, travel, shop, and dine. I'm now going to hand this off to Matthew to talk more about our customer service.
Thanks, Marissa. I will now discuss a bit more about Starbucks' customer service and brand image. An integral part of this service was centered around the partners, which is another name for the baristas that work at the store locations. These individuals were responsible for customer intimacy, as Starbucks called it. The baristas tried as best they could to remember customers' names and drink orders, to look them in the eyes and make them feel as welcomed and taken care of as possible. They were even instructed to make exceptions for customers, even if it went against store policy, in order to preserve top-notch customer service, retention, and acquisition. An effort made on behalf of Schultz himself was to offer partners benefits such as health insurance and stock options, in order to reduce turnover rate and increase both partner and customer satisfaction, as they both go hand in hand. All of these efforts created a specific atmosphere special to the Starbucks brand and store. To further enhance the European ambiance, Starbucks purchased and placed comfortable, reclined furniture that encouraged lounging and laying out in their stores. This invited customers to linger and come together, all the while adding to the experience of going to Starbucks. Their success early on was heavily predicated on their ability to create a third place outside of the home and office where people could socialize, relax, or just get away. Starbucks made customers feel welcomed through their customer service, offered an incredibly good cup of coffee, and had an inviting and comfortable store ambiance for their customers to hang out. This combination of the carefully monitored day-to-day operations of supply chain management alongside the intentional aura Starbucks elicited in all their stores enabled customers to live the European coffee experience vicariously through each and every store, details that could not go unnoticed by what ultimately became their core audience: affluent, well-educated, typically female, white-collar patrons between the ages of 25 and 44. This is how they created a brand new coffee experience and saw so much success in the early 1990s. I'm now going to pass it off to Yichu to discuss a little more about customer loyalty.
Thanks, Matthew. And now I would like to share more insights on customer loyalty analysis. So customer loyalty sounds like a rather obscure concept, but if we take a closer look at how it quantitatively impacts Starbucks profitability, the result is quite astonishing. It's largely determined by three factors: store visit frequency, average spending per visit, and customers' average lifetime. Even though those differences can seem pretty insignificant on a per visit basis, it actually results in as much as 15 times difference in annual spending. If we look at the graph here, the unsatisfied customer spends only around $200 per year, which is not too much. But the most satisfied customer spends all the way over $3,000, which is very significant. After calculation, it's evident that in order to keep growing the business, maintaining and even improving customer satisfaction is just as important, if not more, than accelerating customer acquisition and product development. So the key here is really not if, but how we do it. People often talk about experiences, and if we break it down, it's surprising that the quality of coffee itself only ranks around 5th among all the touch points Starbucks can deliver. Therefore, in addition to product differentiation, what truly matters to customers is the right ambience and the feeling for them to simply have a good time in a store. Once customers become satisfied with the experience at Starbucks, most of the problems can actually be solved naturally. Improving customer loyalty is a combination of art and science, but it's very helpful to look at it from the LTV over CAC perspective. If a customer is willing to stick with one brand for a long time, then it becomes a virtuous cycle for Starbucks to both deliver exceptional ROI in the long term and really deepen its understanding of customer needs. Now I would like to pass on to Caroline to talk about competitive landscape and customer intimacy.
Thank you, Yichu, for the introduction, and I will be discussing the competitive landscape. As a whole, the coffee industry is very monopolistic. While Starbucks does hold the majority of the market share, they have many close competitors ranging from high-end stores to small local cafes. We've seen competition from larger conglomerates such as Peet's Coffee that aims to preserve customer loyalty through offering some of the freshest coffee on the market. And then we've also seen some competition from Dunkin' Donuts as they've shifted to flavored coffee, among other alternatives throughout the years. However, Starbucks is also facing competition from significantly smaller players. As they aim for a highly personalized atmosphere, this leaves room for competition from smaller coffee chains that are regionally concentrated. As opposed to an upscale corporation like Starbucks, Caribou Coffee in Minneapolis is an example of a small chain that takes advantage of their small franchise to promote an environment comparable to that of a homey Alaskan lodge. Similarly, Starbucks faces competition from local independent coffee chains or independent stores due to the highly personalized and familiar nature. And an example of this would be Berkeley's Cafe Strada. When it comes to customer intimacy, it brings into question whether a large company like Starbucks can maintain this as they continue to grow. And while this is a tough question to answer, Starbucks has indeed managed to maintain this intimacy throughout the years into the fabric of their stores. Howard Schultz, the founder, stated that we have built a universal appeal based on human spirit, based on a sense of community, in order for people to come together. Starbucks manual explicitly teaches partners to connect with customers, enthusiastically welcome them to the store, establish eye contact, smile, and try to remember names and orders of the regular customers. The Starbucks mission essentially revolves around creating customer conversation, going out of the way to make individuals feel important through small as well as personalized gestures, which can be seen through these coffee cups in the slide. Additionally, the longevity of baristas and managers further adds to the intimate experience of stores. And in order to ensure customer intimacy and personalization, Starbucks has maintained that every manager must start out as a barista in order to adapt to the evolving customer needs and demographic as it's evolved. And this is key in Starbucks' mission as changes in the customer base have occurred, and it gives them better insights into what the customer needs and ultimately helps them preserve customer loyalty.
Thanks, Caroline. Now I would like to get into our SWOT analysis. Starbucks' main strength is customer intimacy and convenience. This is really rooted in our strong company values, and we've been able to provide customers with a great experience. However, Starbucks is not fully satisfying our new younger customer base, and this is due to lack of speed, customer service, and perks, which are weaknesses that we face at the moment. Focusing on our customer experience and relationship is a huge opportunity that could improve Starbucks' brand image as well. And the main threat that we see currently is our competitors, which are independent specialty coffee houses, which have a very differentiated experience compared to Starbucks. But going forward, they could take a large chunk of our customer base if we do not act soon. Now, Andy will go more in depth in terms of this problem.
Thanks, Ananya. Now I will walk us through the problem that we're facing, which is that Starbucks customer satisfaction scores have declined. The answer to the question of why this is happening is twofold. One, customer satisfaction is multifaceted. It involves many moving parts. And two, the customer base is changing. This different demographic has unique preferences. How is it possible that the customer snapshot score increased while customer satisfaction did not? Well, the customer snapshot is used to evaluate Starbucks on the 4 basic service criteria of service, cleanliness, product quality, and speed of service, as well as legendary service, which is an experience so memorable that a customer would be inclined to tell a friend as well as revisit the store. In a different manner, the customer satisfaction is based on not the store itself, but the individual's experience and what makes them feel like a valued customer. Customer satisfaction is key to customer loyalty because a highly satisfied customer visits the store 3.3 more times per month on average than an unsatisfied customer. Starbucks service has not declined. Rather, their customer base is changing, and we must improve the already great service in order to keep new customers satisfied and loyal. We can see how the new customers differ from the established customers in several ways. In comparison to the established customers, new customers are 4 years younger on average, have 16,000 less average income, drink 4 fewer cups of coffee per week, and overall have an opinion of Starbucks that is on average 19% lower. The percentage of customers who started visiting Starbucks in the past 5 years makes up 77% of the Starbucks customer base. Therefore, Starbucks should consider the differences between the established and new customers and prioritize keeping new customers. Though the established customers make up a smaller percentage of the customer base, this group should also be considered since they visit the store more frequently on average. Now I'll pass it back to Ananya to talk about our decision alternatives.
Thanks, Andy. There were various directions that we considered before deciding on a strategy. With our incredible service and despite limited marketing efforts, we have seen a huge success as a company. However, the reason why just maintaining the current level as a decision is not enough is because our current customer audience has shifted. And by not addressing their specific needs, Starbucks will lose customers in the future. Next, we considered allocating $40 million to improving service speed of employees and getting that down to 3 minutes. The goal of this investment was to increase labor hours in each of our 4,500 stores to 20 and directly improve store efficiency and reduce service time. However, this proposal was too much of a financial risk for a solution that does not actually address the full issue. Finally, the decision that would effectively boost customer satisfaction rates and cater to customer needs is a $50 million proposal to improve speed, customer experience, and introduce a rewards program. Cons of this decision would be difficulties in staff maintaining speed as well as engaging with customers effectively. We also acknowledge that since this is a new customer base we are catering this experience to, it is not guaranteed how they will react to the change. But all three of these elements fall under what customers believe would truly make them feel more like a valued customer, and this can likely increase customer satisfaction. Now, I would like to pass it off to Neha with more on this recommendation.
Thank you so much, Ananya. Moving into more detail, our proposal is a $50 million investment with $7.5 million spent on the creation and further expansion of the rewards program and $12.5 million spent specifically on product research and development catering to younger audiences. Going more in depth through Yichu's earlier analysis, it's clear that there's a much higher lifetime value through repeat customers. Our rewards program will incentivize both new and established users to return to the store through seasonal specials, exclusive merchandise, early access to new drinks, and discounts. This can be done through a physical membership card similar to a gift card that can be reloaded. Product research and development will be focused mainly on younger audiences, creating drinks that are sweeter and less caffeine-based, which children are likely to enjoy. An increased product offering through foods, in particular desserts, would also be attractive to younger audiences. Lastly, the $30 million left over will be split evenly on labor. $15 million will be earmarked to achieve the goals that the company wanted to initially achieve, focusing on improving efficiency and speed. The other $15 million will be dedicated to training employees, ensuring strong interpersonal relationships with customers, excellent services, and making sure employees are happy with their jobs. Looking at the main risks and mitigants of the solution, there are three main risks associated with the rewards program: product research and development, and investing in labor. There is a risk of non-adoption for the rewards program, which can be mitigated by baristas pushing forward the program at the time of sale, emphasizing how there is no financial commitment to being a rewards member. The rollout of the program can also be gradual to see how adoption statistics are before being fully rolled out nationwide. Second, with the research and development in new products, especially towards a new audience, Starbucks can use taste tests and focus groups to ensure that the products being developed are fan favorites rather than flops. There can also be analysis done on popular drink and food trends. Lastly, there is a risk that the labor training programs do not work. However, working to fix the status quo of a declining customer experience is the only way that things will be able to change. It is a risk worth taking due to its high importance on experience, especially if Starbucks is able to gather survey data to pinpoint exactly where the dissatisfaction is coming from and addressing it directly. Lastly, the team wanted to stress that customer success is more than just how fast a customer is in and out of the store. The $50 million investment will help new customers become returning customers to become lifetime customers, and to boost the store's overall customer satisfaction through an intimate experience. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation, and we open the floor to any questions that you may have. Thank you.